Okay, great. Thank you so much for taking a few minutes. I'm looking forward to showing you the courseware. Amanda, are you more Microsoft or Adobe? Is there a chat? Let me see. Um, I just want to demonstrate the course that's most applicable. Um, who can see your messages? Okay. Chrissy, any idea which one you think would be best for me to kind of focus on, Adobe or Microsoft? Okay. All right. Well, I will start with Microsoft and kind of give an overview, and then kind of touch on Adobe. Okay. Let me stop sharing my camera so it's less distracting, and let me share my screen. Okay, and share. All right. So the MSI courseware. The MSI courseware is designed to address audio learners, visual learners, reading and writing, and kinesthetic. It's a turnkey solution that is completely aligned to certification domain objectives, as well as generating all the courses needed for an entire grading period. The way our courses are laid out and scaffolded, we start off with a digital textbook that's chunked and embedded before it's going to be needed in each chapter. We offer pre and post assessments. We always say, if we don't develop a pre and post for you, you'll probably have to do it yourself. So why not we do it for you? Again, the topics are the pages. That's where the learning takes place. So if you're doing the course as a blended solution, this is what you might use to inform a lecture. We have a knowledge check after each topic. It's not designed to be a gotcha, just we want to make sure the student did read it and glean the information. Then we have quizzes and projects and knowledge checks. We also have vocabulary and interactive glossary. Okay, so let me start off by just kind of showing you. So, there's also a read-along feature.
Chapter 1.
Okay, so if you have a student that's not a particularly strong reader, that's a great feature. We let you know what's going to be covered in that chapter. Like I say, this does align to certification domain objectives if you want the students to earn an industry certification. Navigation is super easy. Just click next to go to the next page. This is the pre-assessment I was telling you about. It's just 20 questions. We're just trying to get a benchmark. There, then we get into the interior textbook pages. They're very well laid out, easy to understand, and get the student ready for the upcoming quiz. Now, this is the knowledge check. It's the first one. It's only 3 questions. It's a drag and drop. Again, just trying to make sure they did the reading. One of the nice things about everything in the MSI courseware, you get immediate feedback. So the student knows exactly where they stand. Okay, and this is way one of the quizzes look. To get into it, you just hit attempt. You can actually flag a question for review, just like you can on the certification exam. You can go directly into each question, and after you finish, the student can see what they got right and what they got wrong, so they can self-remediate and continuously remediate. So here it shows everything I got right, what I got wrong, and what the correct answer was and why it was a correct answer. So with the Adobe products, the first chapter is kind of the soft skills, I call them, working in a design industry, Creative Commons, that kind of thing. And then once you get into the later topics, that's where you actually start getting into software. So in chapter 2, I'll show you what one of the software topics looks like. Go to one here. So again, it says what domain objectives we're mapping to. I'm going to go to 2.3. So I think that's a good one to illustrate 2.3B, let's see. Okay, it's a knowledge check. Working with grids and guides. One of the flashcards. And now here's where the cool part comes in. So now in working with grids and guides, we have a practical kinesthetic activity in a simulated environment. So you can see that's a simulation. Here's
Select
a video.
The View tab. Select Show.
Now, this is not a video course. This
Select.
is a very short video illustrating to the student how they do this particular practice activity. Then when I click launch the activity, it's going to launch something that looks like Photoshop, but it's not Photoshop, but allows me to work through it in a kinesthetic or hands-on environment. So if I follow the instructions, it says select view, show, grid. If I click wrong, I get an incorrect. If I click wrong again, I get an incorrect. The third time it lights up in green where I should have clicked. And this is the way this simulation goes. So the student is constantly being prompted of where they click, where they have to click. But if they keep clicking till they get the green icon, they'll get a failing grade because it records every wrong click. But this is a practice, so it does not go into the grade book. I'm going to get out of this, and I'm going to show you now the in-app. Now, this is an MSI innovation where it allows the student to work inside the Photoshop application. So I actually opens up a start file. The MSI courseware lives inside the actual Adobe application. We also have this for Microsoft. So I know how to do this once. I can do it super quick just to show you how it works. This is kind of neat. But we also have these little video hints. So if a student's not sure how to do just that one thing, they can actually play this little video hint to see how to do just that one activity. And I can actually expand the size of this window. Yeah, I'll show you this. So it'll allow me to, make sure I can see it if it's not big enough for me. Okay. I can actually open it up in its own browser, but I'm going to close this right now because I want to show you how it actually grades, and that's the big thing. So with this, I go view, new guide, and then it's telling me to open up a horizontal guide. So I click horizontal. It's supposed to be 100 points. Click OK. And you see my guide up here. Now watch this. When I click check my work, our patented API actually goes in and checks that I did that one thing correct. And it'll actually grade all of these items. Very exciting stuff. MSI is the only one that has this technology. And it's just awesome. But then again, I'm a cheerleader. I've worked here 28 years. So, take what I say with a grain of salt, but it is awesome. Okay, now after each practice, you also get an opportunity to do the same thing in a quiz environment. Okay, so I'm going to open up the same file. I have two monitors, so this is opening up on the second monitor, so bear with me for a second. And what it's doing is it's opening up Photoshop. It's going to validate that I am a student in this class. It's going to give me my start file and then give me the objectives without the step-by-step instructions. This way I can validate whether or not the students recall the steps, because it was not as rigorous when we were just showing them each, step. Now it's going to read that I've already done the practice, and then it's going to load the quiz. So the student, just takes a second for it to load. Then the student will have to recall the step-by-steps without the benefit of the step-by-step videos or the prompts. Okay, just going to give it a second here. As we do the activities, they automatically get entered into the grade book. We can set up an API so that the grades will go directly from the application into your district grade book. So all of those grades that are generated for the entire grading period are going to seamlessly be added to your district grade book, which makes report card time a heck of a lot easier. see this one for a second. Okay, so now you can see it's gone into quiz mode. And then in quiz, I don't have the benefit of the step-by-step instructions. It just tells me what I have to do. So I have to recall how to add a horizontal grid or how to add a vertical grid. And I have to move this red square into the lock position. So that's that. Again, the grade book is a really big part. Let me see. I'm just trying to make sure if I have any questions as I go. And if you have questions, folks, please just put them in. And if I go to course navigation, I can see all my participants in a particular course, when the last time they logged in, what they did. And I can also see my full grade book and see how each student did on each quiz. And then if you have the MSI API, which we set up for you free of charge, it automatically enters the grades, or you can just export the grades with our grade exporting tool. Okay. Does anybody have any questions about the Adobe Courseware? And this is for Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, Premiere Pro, Animate, and Dreamweaver. Okay. No questions. Okay. Now I would like to show you Word. And again, the scaffold is the same way. And the Word in application feature, again, you open up a Word course. I'm sorry, it's opening up on the second screen. Okay. And the MSI, this over for you. And as you can see, the MSI courseware icon lives right inside the application. Again, it gives you the step-by-step instructions and the little video hints. So it's fun, dare I say, and engaging. And as the student does the activities, I'll just do one quick. I have to select the market analysis. I have to go to the font dialog launcher. I have to go to advanced. You can see I'm just following the instructions. I have to go to expanded, and then I have to select 3 points, select OK. And as you can see, market analysis expanded, but let's see if I did it right. I click check my work, and our patented API checks that I did it correctly. Okay. So again, if I go to the course overview, we brand the course for your school or institution. You can see how many students you have. We offer great customer service, show you how to enroll your students. We have a video. We have the onboarding instructions, a knowledge base for you to find your answers to your own questions, or a ticketing system where you can actually fill out a ticket and instantly get seen by 6 people. And we make sure you get an answer very quickly. Okay.
Parents, we
So-
just have one question in the chat.
Oh,
When are you
good.
getting Outlook completed?
Outlook will be completed for next school year, so the fall. So not in January, but in July. In July, they'll be able to do Outlook. We were trying to see what was going to happen with the Outlook certification, and Outlook has to be very simulation heavy because a lot of people don't have an Exchange server. So it has to be very heavily done in a simulated environment because, you can have students shooting emails back and forth in the courses. Oh, I see. Oh, man, I'm so sorry. Amanda, I see you answered my question. I was on the wrong thing. I'm not used to Zoom. Okay, so you teach Adobe. Good. So I nailed it doing Adobe. And good. My question has been answered. Carla and Outlook, that question's been answered. Okay. Any other questions while you guys have me?
Yeah, there's another one. How long does the Illustrator course usually take a student?
Perfect question. All of our courseware is designed to be 8 weeks worth of instruction, leaving a week for exam prep if you're going to certify your students. So and it allows you to attempt up to 3 certifications or teach 3 subjects, 3 Adobe subjects within 1 school year. So figure once per quarter. Now, we also will furnish you with the project. If we furnish you with the project, you can make it a semester course. So 8 weeks at a minimum. You can do it in a semester if you had a project.
Sounds good.
Any other questions?
No, it looks like we answered that one.
Okay, good.
Oh, and then as far as the cost per student, Terrence will just walk you through the different offerings that we have, but if you contact info@studica.com, we'll be able to get you a quote for that.
Yes, that's yeah, we tier it. You could buy enough licenses for a classroom, which is like 35, or multiple classrooms, which is like 75 student license, or a campus license. But I would encourage you to contact Sudica for pricing.
And then
Okay.
this is Terrence, we just want to go through the different packages available.
Yeah, as far as the different, so we have Adobe, Microsoft, which is Microsoft Office. Is that what you mean, Christine?
Yeah, I just wanted to walk them through. So when you email us, we know exactly if you're looking for the Adobe Courseware preparation bundle or the Microsoft Office courseware.
Correct. Yes.
And then here's like
so-
the contact information. If you need more information, you can email info@studica.com, or I will be sending a link to this recording and other information. You could always send that through me when I send that email to you, and I can get you more information. But I just want to double check. It doesn't look like there's any more questions.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, folks. I know everybody is busy and time is at a premium, so I appreciate you taking a few minutes to hear me talk about the product that I love so much.
Thank you, Terrence, and thank you everyone for joining us.
Thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.